Hello my friends, this is a very personal video and for me it needs to be personal because I always have to struggle with people that don't believe that what I'm teaching actually works. And why is that? Because I'm not saying the same thing that the mainstream instructor is doing. But probably this is the fall of 2025. I'm probably hitting it still longer than 99% of all instructors. And I do it because I did one thing probably 3 years into my golfing career in 2003, 2004. And I discovered that the mainstream instruction made me hit it over the top and slice it. So I'm going to try to explain what I think you should do. Just give it a few minutes, but maybe you need to do it a few times to understand how your body should move to hit the most efficient golf shot ever. Starting golf, I was a sucker for tips. I wanted to have that quick fix. I wanted, I was a normal golfer. And the two tips that I got was hold the lag and start with a brutal hip rotation. I gained some speed. I did. The more I was hitting it at full speed, I slowly started to get more speed, but I wasn't hitting it long. I told you before in one of my videos about another guy called Marcus. I think he's 1 year older than me, but he was swinging it maybe 110, 112. I was swinging it 125, 130 probably when I met him at the first time. And he was out driving me almost every time because he was hitting this perfect draw shot. He was hitting 5, 6, 7 degrees up on the ball and he was just smooth, and I just hated the smile he gave me every time he outdrove me. So I needed to understand, and that's what you need to do. You need to understand that something is wrong. Being normal in golf means that you're slicing the ball with your driver. Being normal in golf means that this is not your friend. I want to change that. So what I did to understand what he was doing, because he couldn't really explain it. I'm glad he's not an instructor. He's a very nice guy, but he's not an instructor. But he just did what he always have been doing. I'm not sure this is the same ball, but I think it is because it's pretty old. But I put this on the floor in my apartment in Stockholm. And now you're just down the line, down the target line. I needed to understand how to get to the inside of the ball. So I tested it. I went backswing, turn. You can see that that's the outside. Okay, so a very early isolated hip turn was not what I was looking for. Again, up, turn, and then attack the ball. No, that's not the way I want to do it. I want to hit that one. I want to hit the inside of the ball, not the outside of the ball. So no matter how I did it, starting with my hips, without very, very fast arm action, made me into a slicer over the topper. It wasn't good. Second part was holding the angle. Holding the angle, I could hold it for quite a while. I'm pretty strong in my forearms and wrists. I ended up hitting the ball from above. I didn't want that. So the 2 tips I got, none of them was working. And I was standing there like a complete idiot. I practiced this. I really tried to do this. And I hit decent, maybe 8 irons, 7 irons. But then okay, if I start from 0, I start with my slap shot in hockey. Am I holding? No. Am I releasing my hips? No. I was using my trail arm. And now, you know how a puck looks? It only has a side. It's flat surface on top. I don't want to hit that. I want to hit the side. So in hockey, I was using this. And I started to feel the circle. I started to feel that holding, no. Hip motion very early, no. And, oh, I need to use my trail arm. I need to use my left arm. Let's look at this right-handed. If you play right-handed, it's the same thing. We just change to your right arm. Holding made me hit it from above. I wanted to hit it from below. So holding was not the option. Okay, backswing, early hips, no. I was hitting it from the outside. So what I needed to understand is that I can't do what everyone is telling me to do. The normal golf instruction didn't work for me. I had no idea 20 years ago that I would be working as an instructor 6-7 years later, because I thought that people really understood what to do and when to do it. But they didn't. So what do we need to do? Let's keep going right-handed. What we need to understand is how my body is working. Your body is working. If you put, I've done this in exhibitions. I had a beach ball, the blow up thingy, the really big one. Nobody wanted to do over the top looking at that ball. They all went down. So what we are trying to do is probably combined with that the ball is the golf ball is very, very small. But we need still to understand. If you put a bigger ball, this is a foam soccer ball, anything bigger, and you take just 5 minutes, stand there and, okay, how to reach the inside of the ball. Feel what you're doing. I'm using my trail arm to go down before my hip turns too much. And I can promise you, those 5 minutes will teach you more and probably make you hit it a lot longer. Sometimes we need to just go practice without hitting golf balls. Practice your understanding. That's what I did in my apartment. I really wanted to, okay, how do I get that? And instantly after that, I could start doing it. It felt really, really crazy because it was so far from what I was trying to do the day before. But still, I needed to force my body to change from this to this. Of course, I'm using my legs. I'm actually using my legs more now than I did then, because when my trail arm is trying to hit up, my legs are helping me. So I know how my weight distribution, how I put pressure into the ground. I know that, but I'm not talking to my lower body. We need to understand how to do things. We can't just go and hit golf balls. Taking the time will make you so much better. It will feel so much better hitting a golf ball when your body actually understands what to do. Your body can do anything. Again, what I want you to do, bring a bigger ball or impact bag, anything big that you can really feel the inside. Do your backswing and feel, can I start only this? Can I start holding it? What I need to do to get my club head to do the complete circle. Circle down close to the ground and go out and up. How can I do it? And you will be surprised how easy it is to understand that fast hip rotation is not the key. You will use your hips, you will use your legs, you will use your shoulders, you will use a lot of things, but what do you need to do? That understanding will come in minutes. And then look at yourself. What are you doing? I'm bending my arm back, extending my arm forward, and now I can start turning. Here comes the turn, but not too much from the top. It is very simple to understand. And when you do that, you can be like me. I was fast, but I was hitting it about 300 yards. A few weeks later, I was hitting it 350, 370. I was hitting it nasty long just by taking 5 minutes. I probably did it 5-10 minutes for days, every day, because I was so surprised that what people were teaching at that time couldn't help me with my driver. Please do this. We will hit a lot of golf balls with the driver this fall, but we need to understand, before we do anything, understanding comes first. Take a few minutes, bring a big ball or something that you can hit the inside of, and you will be surprised how easy to understand that what I'm actually saying will work.